Funny cause I don't have a clue. Parents are big as a child's demise of all the truth they knew inside, and I don't really know what to do. I don't know why, I cannot stop this feeling inside. I don't know why, I cannot stop this feeling inside. No matter how bad all this gets, I can't stop this voice in my head. This voice in my head says, we're gonna be alright. You're gonna be alright. You're gonna be alright. You're gonna be
Test, test.
we gotta stand up on our tiptoes, shout to the world, it's our lives. I couldn't told you from the get-go, we're gonna be so bright, gonna be so bright. Last night I had a single dream that we were kings and queens, and it lasted for a whole entire lifetime. We were all superstars that let our light shine. In our right mind, starts like a kite flying, anchored to each other, but never held down. Celebrating mad love for the world round. We saw the beauty there, we saw the future clear. We even brought home for a souvenir. And that was just to tell you anytime that you were scared that we are not alone. Let's start a movement here for anybody not choosing love and choosing fear. We gotta be brave together, screaming through the tears. We will hold your hand and you will understand. Every struggle falls like a bowling pin when we rolling in, focusing on your goals has been the only thing between the loss and the win. We gotta stand up on our tiptoes.
Alright, we are going. We're a minute late, but that's okay. When's that shipping? Hopefully. Okay. Let's go. Welcome inside the Scotiabank Arena, Toronto, Ontario, the site of Game 5 Eastern Conference Final between the Maple Leafs and the Carolina Hurricanes. Frederik Andersen for the Toronto Maple Leafs, no shocker there, and it is James Reimer for Carolina. This series is tied up, it is 2-2. One of these teams will move a victory away, from the Stanley Cup final tonight. And we are underway this afternoon from Toronto. Here is Aho right out front, an early chance there for Teuvo Teravainen, and Svechnikov tied up in the corner. No one there to help him out, but he comes out with it anyway. Sent in deep by the Hurricanes. Aho has it bounced by him to Matthews, and the Maple Leafs are on their way out. With it, here come the Maple Leafs. Into the middle, Matthews shoots it. Great stop by Reimer. And now it's a 4-on-2, maybe a 3-on-2 Carolina. It's Aho. Back to the line, Hamilton. Aho across. Svechnikov. Andrei Svechnikov. Sebastian Aho will try to put this one back in deep. And the Maple Leafs can't get it out. Here's Teuvo Teravainen. Up top, Svechnikov. A drive, save the rebound. Aho put it just wide. Carolina, a couple chances on that shift. But here come the Maple Leafs. Here's Austin Matthews. Turned it over to Dougie Hamilton. Now back come the Hurricanes. Andrei Svechnikov. In over the line. Behind the goal now, Svechnikov. Up top, Netcash finds Gardner off the bench. Niederreiter turns it over. Now right on front, Svechnikov. One chance, two chances, scores. Andrei Svechnikov, for the second straight game, has an early goal for Carolina, and it's 1-0 Hurricanes. Toronto Maple Leafs a little loose with the puck in their own zone to start this one. Look at the Hurricane contingent of fans that they have in Toronto for Game 5. Real healthy number of fans wearing red instead of blue here. This is Game 5 of the Eastern Conference Final of the 2020 Stanley Cup Playoffs. Series tied up at 2. So no matter what, we go to Raleigh on Monday night for Game 6. As the Hurricanes get another one right there. Nino Niederreiter, 2-0 Carolina. And inside the first 3 minutes of the hockey game, Toronto has surrendered 2. And that is exactly the start you want on the road. Score an early one, maybe a couple of early ones. Get the crowd out of it, especially this crowd. Rather than loud that it gets here in this building in Toronto, the Mecca. At least a lot of people say the Mecca of the hockey universe is here now. It is at the side of the net. Cody Ceci up to Willie Nylander. Nylander through the neutral zone, wheels in. Nylander to Muzzin. Muzzin gets knocked off the puck, and Vinny Trocheck got it to Justin Williams. Williams over the line through center for Carolina, drops off, and now here come the Hurricanes again. Williams over the line, over to Fogle. Fogle in, shooting, stopped by Anderson. He'll hold on to that. The other conference final, the Western Conference Final, was extended last night by the Nashville Predators with a, what was the final? A 5-4 overtime victory in Calgary. So that series will shift to Nashville for Game 6 tomorrow afternoon. Preds will try to force a Game 7. Here's Hayden Fleury off the point, shot it. Good save made by Anderson. Stall to Fleury. Fleury into the middle. There's Warren Vogel. Vogel, his shot's blocked, and now here comes Ilya Mikheyev. Mikheyev into the middle, Kerfoot. And it's turned over, and the Hurricanes able to come back the other way. Stall to Fogle. Warren Fogle knocked off the puck, Dermott. Dermott carries back the other way for the Maple Leafs. Here is Travis Dermott waiting, shooting, blocked. Comes into the corner. It's going to go up to Fogle, but Dermott's got it right back. Travis Dermott to Kyle Clifford. Clifford up top, Kerfoot. Kerfoot now. He goes to Williams. Williams takes it right back for the Hurricanes. Fogle to Justin Williams. Williams waiting, hooked up, and we will get the first power play of the game. Will go the way of the Carolina Hurricanes. Kasperi Kapanen, who will go for hooking. Carolina a chance to really put the Maple Leafs on their heels. 8-1, the Carolina Hurricanes lead in shots on goal. Brady Shea from the line, rebound right there. Trocheck couldn't pull the trigger. Niederreiter over to the far side. One-timer broke it up on a good defensive play there by Cody Ceci. Now here come the Maple Leafs. Ilya Mikheyev in the corner, right out front, intercepted by Shea. Brady Shea to Vinny Trocheck. Trocheck, former Florida Panther. Over the line, into the middle. Netcash shot it off the side of the goal. Netcash, he had a huge game in Game 4, which we saw go back and forth. The Maple Leafs led 4 different times. Hurricanes kept tying it up. And Toronto ended up pulling that one out 7-6 in sudden death overtime. Here's Jake Muzzin. Muzzin over the line, into the middle, picked off, but Freddie Gauthier's got it back for Toronto. Gauthier in the corner, waiting. Out front it goes. Rolls through the crease. Nino Niederreiter picks it up for Carolina. Into the middle, it'll come Gardner. Now Martin Netcash stops up. Gardner into the middle. Aho comes loose. Now at the side of the net, we're Justin Williams. Williams Up top, Martin Neckash. Over to the far side, Aho. Neckash, Williams, Gardner, Aho shooting high and wide. Now it's going to come to the near side. Cody Ceci got it out. Toronto Maple Leafs back to even strength. They've killed the penalty. Kasperi Kapanen out of the box. Shoots. Great blocker. Saved by Reimer. Aho over to the far side. Teravainen. 2-0. Carolina leads. Here's Justin Williams. High slot. Knocked off the puck. Squirts into the corner. Teravainen's got it. Williams in down low. That's for Teravainen. Tuevo Teravainen up top. Jacob Slavin. Now out front it will come. Aho couldn't pick it up. And back come the Maple Leafs. Hyman to Nylander. Nylander steps into one shot. Got blocked. Leaks into the near side corner. Carolina able to get it out. With it here, this is Justin Williams. Back to Svechnikov. A drive. Stopped by Anderson. You hold on. A big swing game here this afternoon. This series tied up at 2-2. Of course, a best of 7. Winner of this game moves within a win of the Stanley Cup final as the Carolina Hurricanes try to go back to the big dance for the first time since 2006. That was their first and only Stanley Cup victory, 2006, a 7-game series victory over the Edmonton Oilers. The Maple Leafs trying to get back to the Stanley Cup final for the very first time since 1967, a victory over the Montreal Canadiens. That their 11th and most recent Stanley Cup. It is the longest active Stanley Cup drought in the National Hockey League. 53 years. Back to Morgan Rielly. Rielly out front. It will come. Tyson Barrie now shoves it down the boards. Intercepted by Morgan Rielly over to Andreas Janssen. Janssen tried to get it in, but the Hurricanes will come out. Vogel drops off Slavin. Slavin to Jordan Martinook. Back to Brock McGinn. Brock McGinn with it now. Trying to go out front. Gets taken away by the Maple Leafs. Now here's the captain, John Tavares. Tavares in over the line. Shooting. Blockered away there. That was a good stop by James Reimer, former Toronto Maple Leaf. Now Martin Neckash tries to get it into the middle, but it's taken away by the Leafs. As going back and forth here, no one could really get his own time established. Team's kind of clamping it down a little bit. 2-0 if you're just joining us. Carolina, a couple early goals here in Game 5. 7.5 to play here in the first period. Martin Neckash up over the line for the Hurricanes. Niederreiter, Vatanen, Trocheck, shot it. Good save by Anderson. Niederreiter from the corner. Right up front he comes. Good stop, point blank made by Freddie Anderson. Squirts up the near side boards. Now over to the near side it will come for Spezza. Over there now it's Rasmus Sandin. Sandin into the middle. Fleury. Fleury lost it, and here come the Hurricanes again. Nino Niederreiter. Niederreiter into the middle. Williams back to Niederreiter. What a stop by Anderson. Little give and go between Niederreiter and Vogel, and Niederreiter gets robbed with the left pad by Frederik Anderson. Keeps us a 2-goal game, and the next one big. It's either going to really put the Maple Leafs back on their heels, or the Maple Leafs will cut the deficit in half. And they won't doing it like this for the second straight time. Carolina going to go to the power play. This time Mitch Marner is off for hooking, as he hooks up Warren Vogel as the Hurricanes, just as they were starting to maybe get out of the zone. It's a bad penalty. It's about 190 feet from your own net. You can't do it. And now Carolina, who didn't have a lot of success on their previous power play, won't have a lot of success on this one. It's going to last 7 seconds, and then Tuevo Teravainen is going to go right into the penalty box himself. So we'll play a $1:53, 4-on-4 time. That's going to be a hooking minor to Teravainen. Kapanen wins a draw back to Rielly, and then, of course, Toronto will get a very short 7-second power play at the end of that. Ilya Mikheyev at the side of the goal, a real good look on Reimer, but Reimer makes the save. 5:39 to play here in the first period. Still 4-on-4 as penalties just seconds apart have both teams penalized and down a man. Here's Warren Fogle through the center zone. Now over to Aho, back to Fogle. Can't get a shot away, Ken Fogle. And now the Maple Leafs will come right back out. Maybe this will benefit the Maple Leafs a little bit more wide open to showcase the speed and skill. Kerfoot right in front. Good stop by Reimer. Now here come the Hurricanes. Warren Fogle. Carolina still leads 2-0. Fogle shooting. Save the rebound right there. Tyson Barrie got to it before a Hurricane could. Now Gardner down the boards. Sebastian Aho trying to go in front. Intercepted by the Maple Leafs, and here they come. Back the other way, Kerfoot. Mikheyev. Kerfoot. Glove save. Reimer reaches up, snags that one out of the air. 12 seconds to go in 4-on-4, and then a very brief 7-second Maple Leaf power play. 4 1/4 thereabouts to go here in the first period. Slavin will win the draw and start out with it. As now out of the box will come Marner, and now a brief power play. Marner just out of the box. He's got a breakaway shot. Save the rebound. Great defensive play to make sure that the rebound wasn't cleanly handled by Dougie Hamilton. Great look for Mitch Marner to get the Leafs on the board, but he couldn't do it. Slavin to the near side. Kapanen over to Marner, and now we're back to 5-on-5, of course. Marner into the middle, intercepted to Zingo. Off the bench comes McGinn. McGinn just has one to beat. Stops up, looks into the middle, waiting for trailers. Doesn't have one. Gets drilled there, and now here comes John Tavares for the Maple Leafs. Right in front, save the rebound. Hayden Fleury denied that opportunity for Willie Nylander after a great stop by Reimer. Now here come the Hurricanes, 3-on-2. Brock McGinn stops up into the middle to Zingo. Shoots, stopped by Anderson. Holds on to it, covers it up. 2:04 to play here in this first period. It's the only game of the day. Tomorrow we are back at it, 1:00 p.m. Calgary at Nashville. Game 6 of that series. The Flames will have an opportunity to move on. They squandered their opportunity on home ice. Can the Predators, who won on the road in overtime on a power play goal, force a 7th game back in Calgary? We'll find out tomorrow. But for right now, the Hurricanes lead 2-0 on the Maple Leafs here late in the first in Toronto. Game 5 of the Eastern Conference Final. Here's Andrei Svechnikov. Over the line for Carolina. Into the middle it will come. Now denied there by Freddie Gauthier. Gauthier comes out of the zone. With it here is Gauthier. Tries to go into the middle. Taken away by Teravainen. And now here's Svechnikov. Svechnikov over the line for Carolina. In the corner, Andrei Svechnikov to the line. Shea into the middle. Intercepted by Jake Muzzin. And Kyle Clifford will come back. Clifford now. Clifford to the line. Jake Muzzin. Muzzin stolen from him by Aho. Shea. Aho up to Svechnikov. And that will do it for this first period. After 20 minutes of play, a couple of early goals inside the first 3 minutes for the Hurricanes have the Maple Leafs down by a couple. Take a look at some first period highlights here. Toronto, an early chance there, Austin Matthews. But Carolina got one, and then they got two. This is the second. Nino Niederreiter taps that one home in the crease. 2-0 Canes through 20 here in the 6th. Carolina doubled up the Maple Leafs in shots in that period, 18-9. Carolina led in shots on goal, and that led them to lead 2-0 after 20 minutes. And now we are underway with the second period. Back inside the Scotiabank Arena from Toronto, Ontario. Here is Austin Matthews. Matthews up top and shattering a stick there is Zach Hyman. And now back the other way come the Carolina Hurricanes. A chance for Dougie Hamilton. A good stop turned in there by the goaltender, Frederick Anderson. Put in deep here, Hamilton. Up to Aho. Teravainen now Svechnikov. Now here's Jacob Slavin. Dougie Hamilton over to the far side, Aho. Tyson Barrie trying to get it out. Found Nylander off the bench. Nylander, he just didn't have enough speed to start the pull away there. And now we got a penalty. And again, it goes to Toronto. This is going to go against Austin Matthews. It's tripping. So the Hurricanes get another opportunity on the man advantage. Chance to make it 3-0. Right out front it goes to Niederreiter. And a great save by Anderson. Puck batted out of the zone now. Carolina forced to regroup. Martin Neckash over the line for Carolina. Right up top, Shea. Niederreiter over to the far side, Shea. Trocheck, Niederreiter trying to go in front. Couldn't find him. Niederreiter out front, down Neckash. Great save, Anderson. If you're just tuning in, it's early here in the second period, 2-0. The Hurricanes lead. Power play, Carolina, their third man advantage of the afternoon, but their second man advantage, of course, cut short, just lasted 7 seconds. Now Dermott up to Marner, got crushed, and Zach Hyman starts out with it. Drops off Marner. He's back up. Nowhere's for the wear. Right into the middle, Zach Hyman. Hyman shoots it just wide. I thought he might go back over to Marner, who was all by himself, but he doesn't. And now here's Vinny Trocheck. Trocheck in the middle, taken away by the Maple Leafs. Now here's Marner again. Half minute to go on the Carolina power play. Over to the far side, Sandin. Hyman, Marner, backhander, stopped by Reimer. Loose puck, Marner again, another stopped by Reimer. Here come the Hurricanes. This is Niederreiter. Lost control, turned over right in front. Trocheck, jam it away, side of the net. Whoa, what a hard hit. I think he drove the face of McGinn right into the post. Did Zach Hyman, but nowhere's for the wear. Is Brock McGinn there? Another Maple Leaf power play upcoming. I didn't see what happened, but out of the net is James Reimer for the extra attacker. Toronto goes to another penalty kill. It's Mitch Marner's second penalty of the afternoon. Interference. Oh, goodness gracious. I'm no Leaf fan, but I gotta say, I hate that call. Fourth man advantage of the afternoon for the Carolina Hurricanes. And now here's Sebastian Aho. Into the middle, Williams. Svechnikov right out front, shot it. Blockered away. Aho. Back to the line, shot tipped. Anderson makes the save. Draw to the left to Frederick Anderson. Sebastian Aho on the draw, and the Carolina Hurricanes win it again. But it's turned over, and now here's Tavares. Lost it, here's Jacob Slavin. Up over the line for Carolina is Slavin. Slavin into the middle, taken by Cody Ceci. Now here come the Toronto Maple Leafs. Ceci into the middle, Slavin up high. It comes to Aho, another power play rush. 50 seconds to go on the Carolina power play. Aho! Great shot and a better save made by Frederick Anderson. Draw one by the Maple Leafs. Cody Ceci trying to get it out. Here's Slavin. Now here Williams. Shot goes wide. And now here come the Maple Leafs right back the other way. This here with it, Cody Ceci. A drive, save the rebound. It's in behind Reimer. It's in. Kasperi Kapanen. A bit of a lucky bounce for the Maple Leafs. Reimer put it into his own goal. And the Leafs cut the lead. It's 2-1. It's ugly, but the Leafs will take it. Goal unassisted. Kasperi Kapanen. It'll also go shorthanded. Willie Nylander on the near side, trying to center it right out front. Can't. Here come the Hurricanes. Meanwhile, the Maple Leafs are back to even strength. Here's Sebastian Aho. High slot. Shot. Great save. Kicked out with the right pad by Frederick Anderson. Now here is Willie Nylander. Over the line on the far side is Nylander. Now here come the Maple Leafs. Back the other way, intercepted Jacob Slavin. Slavin got it up to Martinook. Martinook up over the line. Martinook in, shooting, stopped by Anderson. Martinook's got it behind the goal. Right out front, save the rebound, scores! Justin Williams, Carolina's got it right back. And the Hurricanes restore the 2-goal lead. Mr. Game 7, the Wiley veteran. Usually he saves those for Game 7s, but he's got one here in Game 5. And Carolina back on top. It's 3-1 Hurricanes. Great job just to work himself free in case a rebound popped out to him, and that's exactly what happened. Justin Williams, a lot of NHL seasons under his belt. Between a lot of different teams. But he circled back, ended up in Carolina. Was one of the Hurricanes to win the Stanley Cup in 2006. And he's making another run now. This time in 2020. Put in deep by Brock McGinn. Gathered out of his own zone. Barry up to Riley. Riley Kapanen. Kapanen's got the Maple Leaf goal. Maybe looking for another one here. Kapanen tied up along the boards. Dug out there by Sammy Vatanen. And the Hurricanes able to get it out. 11.5 to go in the second period. Right into the middle it'll come Brock McGinn. McGinn tries to put it in deep. But offside go the Hurricanes here. Here come the Hurricanes now. This is Justin Williams. Back to the line. Shea, Stahl, Williams. Now here's Brady Shea. Shot it high and wide. As now here come the Maple Leafs back the other way. It's Ilya Mikheyev right in front. It's loose there for Kasperi Kapanen. Couldn't get a shot away. Carolina's got it again. Warren Foegele. Foegele, little move. He gets poked off his stick and now right up to Freddie Gauthier. Gauthier tries to get that one toward the net. Can't. Jordan Stahl's got it. Foegele now. Warren Foegele. Foegele in the corner. Up top, a one-time blast. High and wide. Jake Muzzin got to Freddie Gauthier. And now, here come the Maple Leafs. Gauthier tries to go in the middle looking for Spezza. Can't. Muzzin, Clifford. Cody Ceci. Shot it. Blocked by Foegele. Foegele up over the line for the Hurricanes. Warren Foegele tries to get it out front. He does now and hammers it wide of the goal. Now Spezza. Spezza comes out for the Maple Leafs. With it here, Spezza. Carolina leads 3-1. This is Game 5, Eastern Conference Final. Series tied up at 2. And now up the ice, it'll come to Foegele. Foegele over to the far side. Tried to get it to Netcash. Netcash is in the battle now. He controls it, gets it to Slavin, right back to Netcash. One-timer. Trocheck scores! What a shot! Wasn't Vinny Trocheck, excuse me. That's Dougie Hamilton. No, it is Trocheck. I'm right the first time. I should trust myself more. Trocheck hammers that one up high over the glove, and Freddie Anderson doesn't even get down to make the save. What a rocket from Vinny Trocheck. Carolina now leads 4-1. And you'll have a hard time in this postseason remembering the Leafs have lost on home ice, but they've never been routed. Actually, that's not true. I think they lost. They let up 8 goals against Boston in one of the games in the previous series, so maybe I lied. But nonetheless, Carolina now comfortably on top. It's 4-1. Here's Marner, a shot through traffic, trying to maybe look for a deflection there. Didn't get it. Now over to the far side. Here's Svechnikov. Svechnikov tried to take it to the middle, taken away from him by Zach Hyman. Hyman up over the line for the Maple Leafs. Tried to go in front, lost control of it. Now here's Tyson Barrie. Barrie over to the far side. Morgan Riley. Barrie's got it back. Barrie now to Zach Hyman. Hyman up over the line for Toronto. Hyman drops off Barrie. Barrie to the far side. Morgan Riley, a shot. Good stop there by James Reimer. And now here come the Hurricanes once more. Jordan Martinook. Martinook on the far side. Martinook, little button hook there. Up top, Brock McGinn. Dougie Hamilton. McGinn. Hamilton and McGinn trade. Now here's Brock McGinn. Hammering one high and wide. McGinn down to Slavin. Slavin to Zingle. Shot it. Good save by Anderson. Maple Leafs will come out. 5.5 to go in the second period. 4-1. Carolina leads. Over to the far side. Barry, a shot save. The rebound. Jacob Slavin, a good play there. Clears it. Here come the Hurricanes again. Brock McGinn. Into the middle. Dougie Hamilton. High and wide. The former Calgary Flame in Boston Bruin trying to make it 5-1 Hurricanes. But here come the Maple Leafs. And a glove save at the other end by James Reimer. He'll hold on. 4:39 to play in this second period. Draw is going to be won here on the far side by Vincent Trocheck. He's got the most recent Hurricane marker. It made it 4-1 Carolina. Back to the line. Now here's Trocheck. Back to the line. Shea Gardner and Shea Train. Gardner through traffic. A shot gets off of the body of Anderson as he makes the save. And now here come the Maple Leafs. Over to the far side. Andreas Janssen. Rebound, and Nylander couldn't get it on goal. Rimming it around the boards. Now here with it. This is Willie Nylander to Muzzin. To Nylander. Down the wall comes John Tavares. Tavares. Nylander puts this one in deep. Now it comes Vincent Trocheck. Trocheck up the boards. Rolls by the Hurricane there. That was Niederreiter. Icing waved off on the Hurricanes. Here come the Maple Leafs back the other way. Ilya Mikheyev. 2:50 to go here in the second period. Mikheyev up top. Kerfoot. There's Mikheyev. Can't get a shot away. Justin Williams puts this one in deep. Warren Fogle has got it, and out come the Hurricanes now. With it here is Williams. He's got a goal tonight for Carolina. Fogle, Williams shooting, stopped by Anderson. Nice little give and go there between Justin Williams and Warren Fogle. As mentioned, tomorrow afternoon we resume the Western Conference Final. Game 6 in Nashville, Tennessee. The Predators still trying to avoid elimination. Now here's a shot, save the rebound, loose puck. Fogel's got it. Fogle right out front. Intercepted the Maple Leafs control and come out. Ilya Mikheyev. Down to $1:45 here in this second period. Put in deep here. Gathered there, Hayden Fleury. Fleury up the near far side boards. Williams back to Fleury. Fleury gets it out, got it to Aho. Aho now with it for the Hurricanes. Right in front. Svechnikov back to the line, a drive. Just gets blocked and goes wide. Svechnikov on a turnover. Quickly toward the net, but stopped by Anderson. Holds on with exactly 1 minute to play in the second period. Maple Leafs got some work to do. They are looking like they're in pretty significant danger heading into the third period, down by 3. Here's Tuevo Cheravainen putting that one in deep. Svechnikov right in front. Of course, Toronto, they've been the cardiac kids all playoff long, erasing deficits. But this one, going to be a hard one to come back from, especially with the way James Reimer is playing this afternoon. Now here's Aho. Aho through center up to Andrei Svechnikov. Back to Aho. Shot it. Great save by Anderson. Turned over by the Maple Leafs. And Svechnikov couldn't get it toward the net. That'll do it for the second period. These teams head to the lockers. It is 4-1 for the Carolina Hurricanes. As these two teams have a little bit of playoff history. And there's Vinny Trocheck making it 4-1 for Carolina. Of course, when I say a little bit of playoff history between these two teams, I mean in 2002, these two teams met in the Eastern Conference Final. Carolina won in 6 games. Look at the shots. Not a good night for the Maple Leafs. And these two teams actually linked up for a pretty good story this year. Earlier this season, in a game in this building, both of Carolina's Carolina's goaltenders, were hurt in a game in Toronto. That led to the emergency backup goalie having to go in. So they have one on standby each game for both teams. And that man was David Ayers. He's a Zamboni driver for the Maple Leafs AHL affiliate, the Toronto Marlies. And he beat the Toronto Maple Leafs. He played like half the game. So not great luck against these Hurricanes do have the Toronto Maple Leafs. But Early in the third, they're down by 3. Certainly not over yet. But they're being outshot quite heavily as Toronto wins the draw just outside the Hurricane blue line. Here's Morgan Riley. Right out front, Willie Nylander fanned on it. Now back comes Dougie Hamilton. Hamilton into the middle. Comes to Niederreiter. Niederreiter shoots! Oh, and a good look there. Got blocked and went wide. Here comes Toronto right back the other way. Put in deep by the captain, Tavares. Tavares signed a 7-year, $11 million a year per contract a couple of off seasons ago to return to his hometown Toronto Maple Leafs. Now where's the C for them? Here on the far side. Into the middle, it's Andreas Janssen. A shot. Good stop made there. Now here come the Hurricanes. Martin Neckash had a big game last game. 2 goals for the Hurricanes in what ended up being an overtime defeat to the Maple Leafs. Now here comes Toronto right back. Andreas Janssen. John Tavares shooting. Save. The rebound. Covered up by James Reimer. He will hold on to that. Draw coming to the right side of David Ayers. Won by the Maple Leafs. CC into the middle, Muzzin. Down to the corner, Kerfoot. Now intercepted. Here is Warren Foegele. Foegele starts out over the line. Turned it over. Here is Kerfoot. Kerfoot to Muzzin. Muzzin right in front. Jordan Stahl lost control. Now here come the Hurricanes. Justin Williams over to the far side. Intercepted. Kerfoot again. 16:20 to play here in this third period. Kerfoot right out front. Sperry Kapanen. Banned on that one. Warren Foegele in the middle. Jordan Stahl. Stahl to Justin Williams. Williams now. He gets locked off the puck. Kerfoot's got it. Mikheyev. As now Foegele gets it turned over in the neutral zone. Foegele in for the Hurricanes. 15 and a half minutes to play here in this third period. Yes, here is Jordan Stahl. Stahl right out front, Williams. Down to Hayden Fleury. Fleury, the Red Deer Rebel, back to the point, comes right out front to Svechnikov, a backhander stopped by Anderson. 14:54 to go here in the third period. Now here are the Hurricanes. Svechnikov, Fleury, Teravainen, a shot goes wide. Rasmus Sandin digs in there. Now Aho. Aho up top to Evo Teravainen. Teravainen with it. Into the middle, Sami Vatanen. Vatanen to Fleury. A shot. Well, that craters the stick of Jason Spezza, but the block lets the Leafs go the other way. Led by Rasmus Sandin. Back to Hyman. A drive and a good save by James Reimer. He'll hold on to that. Is Toronto running out of precious time here. Only 13:55 to go. Sounds like a lot of time, but down by 3 in the playoffs. That's a mountain to climb. Got a long way to go and a short time to get there. Eastbound and down. Just watch old Bandit run and run it over the line here. That is Svechnikov. Now here's Slavin from the point. A drive, good block there. Zach Hyman. Now Barry into the middle, Riley to Marner. Marner over to Hyman. Riley, Marner. Riley now. Into the middle, there's Matthews. A shot off the glove of Reimer and up and out of play. One sec, guys. I got to take this. About that, it was my grandma. Had some issues with her security system. She called me twice, so I had to answer the second time. Here's Jacob Slavin tied up on the far side. Zach Hyman. Hyman in front. Hamilton's got it. Now out come the Hurricanes again. 12 and a half to go in this third period. Hope you enjoyed that commercial break. There was no commercials, but it was a break. So it's only a half left. It's the single out front. Brock McGinn trying to get a shot away. Can't do so. Zach Hyman's got it. Hyman now Barry up to Matthews, over to Zach Hyman. Hyman on the far side. Hyman with it now in the corner. Zach Hyman. He takes it around, a wraparound and scores. Hyman has the Leafs back to within a couple. Great wraparound attempt there for Zach Hyman. And he beats James Reimer, and maybe a little bit of life for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Back to within a couple. $11:39 to go, so plenty of time. Get one here in the next couple minutes. Get the goalie out. You never know. As we said, Toronto, they've been orchestrating comebacks all playoffs long. Let's see if tonight is any different. Ceci into the middle. Johnson over Nylander. Two chances. The second one went wide. Great stop by Reimer on Nylander. Couple of chances there. Reimer makes the save, and out come the Hurricanes. With it here is Sammy Vatanen. Into the middle. Ceci takes it away. Now John Tavares will lead a rush out for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Tavares stops up. Looking for a trailer. Finds Clifford. Over to the near side. Jason Spezza. Clifford. Tavares on the far side. Cody Ceci. Tavares. Clifford. He couldn't get it to the net. Is the Maple Leafs will hold it in, though, and keep it alive right in front. John Tavares. Great stop. Reimer holds on to that one and will freeze it. Game 6 of this series will be necessary no matter the result tonight. It will go Monday night at 5 o'clock. As here's Aho over to the near side. Teuvo Teravainen. Teravainen starts over the line. Teravainen in the middle. Aho back to Shea. A drive. Tip scores! Carolina gets it right back. Andrei Svechnikov. 5-2 Hurricanes. As they're saying, suck it, Gauthier. You're going to celebrate with us, bud. Gauthier in a nightmare. Had to celebrate the 5-2 goal with the Hurricanes. That wasn't even really tipped. I think that might have gone in had Svechnikov not touched that. It wasn't like that changed direction a whole bunch, but nonetheless, it does a little bit, and Svechnikov's going to get the goal.
Scored by number 37, Andrei Svechnikov. Assisted by number 76,
Brady Shea. And Sebastian Aho will get the assists on that one. Hurricanes back on top by 3. Now Teravainen takes it back after a botched toe drag in the Carolina zone by the Maple Leafs. Here's Jake Gardner right in the middle. Svechnikov can't get a shot away. Loose puck dug out by Rasmus Sandin up to Ilya Mikheyev. Now it comes to Kerfoot. Kerfoot to Sandin. Over to Kapanen. Kapanen's got a goal tonight for Toronto too. Shot it there. Blocker save made by Reimer. Kasperi Kapanen. With it for the Maple Leafs right in front of Ilya Mikheyev. Trying to get a shot away. Can't. Steered aside there. It's going to come to Sebastian Aho. Turned it over. Maple Leafs have it. Kapanen rides and fires. Flashing the leather is James Reimer. Catches that and makes the save and holds on. 7:35 to go in this third period. Carolina 5, Toronto 2. Carolina 7 minutes and 30 seconds or so away from advancing to within a win. One win of the Stanley Cup final. Here's Warren Vogel. Vogel to Jordan Stahl. Stahl down the wall. It will come from Morgan Riley. He intercepts. Riley to Barry. Barry up to Hyman on the far side. Zach Hyman stops up in the corner. Lost control of that. Hyman into the middle. Matthews down to there's Marner. Great blocker save. And now Dzingel carries out. Partial break. Ryan Dzingel. He's in. Stops up. Hamilton shoots. Save. Rebound. Put wide. Jordan Martinook carries off the wall into the middle. Martinook still. Over to the near side. McGinn. McGinn, Slavin. Hamilton. Slavin, McGinn. Martinook, Hamilton. Martinook still with it. Into the middle block. McGinn. Back to Martinook. A shot. He rang it off the mask. That's using your head. Freddie Anderson out front to Dzingel. Back to the point. Now it's Hamilton again. Near side of the line. Dzingel, Martinook, Carolina just working the Maple Leafs in their own zone right now. Jacob Slavin walks off the point. He's hooked up and a penalty to Toronto. Now here's Dougie Hamilton shooting it, touched up. Toronto will be shorthanded once more. 4:53 to go in the period. Mitch Marner, his sixth. It'll go 6 penalty minutes in the books for Marner tonight. Third minor penalty for him, and I believe it's his third hook. And that's not a look that Sheldon Keefe's going to love. As a coach, the guy takes 3 hooking minors on one evening. There might be a 4-letter word or 2 thrown in there, but the essence of what you're going to be told is to get your bleeping feet moving. Here's Martin Neckash over the line on the far side, shooting it. Oh, it leaks in Anderson, but it looks as if he's able to keep it out and hold on. 4 1/4 to play. Actually, you know what? It's not a CRTC broadcast. The coach is going to tell you to get your fucking feet moving. Is what he's exactly what he's going to say. I could say whatever I want. Here's Jacob Slavin. Up over the line, out for Carolina. Slavin now. Slavin for the Hurricanes. Right into the middle. Comes right to Williams. Williams, 1 chance, 2 chances. Put it wide. Sebastian Aho in the corner. Now it's going to come up. And a shot off the intercept by Carolina goes wide. Excuse me, not goes wide. It was stopped by Anderson. Sometimes when you do these games, you just get into auto robot mode and your brain just grabs a phrase that it's so used to saying. Yeah, that's kind of what I was doing there. Here's now Niederreiter shooting. Save made by Anderson. Kicked out Willie Nylander. 3 1/4 to play in the third period. Unless there's some sort of miracle here late, Toronto is going to go on the brink of elimination here tonight after losing Game 5 at home. Here comes Trocheck. Over the line for the Hurricanes. Dropped off Niederreiter. Now Brady Shea shooting. Steered aside there. Put into the corner. That's Nino Niederreiter. Out come the Maple Leafs. 2:20 to go. It's pretty much academic now. And a one-timer from Hyman. Stopped by Reimer. He will hold on to that. Game 6. Monday night in Carolina, and the Hurricanes, by all indications, will have a chance to punch their ticket to the Stanley Cup final. And Barry from the line, a drive stop by Reimer. He will hold on, saw that one the whole way. Two minutes to play here in the third period. Tavares on the draw there against Jordan Staal. Staal won it cleanly, but the Maple Leafs able to get it back and hold it in for the time being. Andreas Janssen to the line. Barry tried to go out front. Hayden Fleury takes it away. Now here's Jordan Staal. Minute 30 to play in this third period. Well into garbage time now. The Maple Leafs, a lackluster effort to say the least on home ice here in Game 5. And Andreas Janssen up to Nylander. Now a one-time drive from Tyson Barrie. Stopped there by Reimer. We're into the last minute. They will drop Game 5 and go on the brink. Series will go 3-2 Carolina. Over to the far side, Sammy Vatanen. Now Fleury, a shot. Save made Anderson. He will hold on to that. 41 seconds to play in this third period. Draw to the right of Anderson. Going to be won and controlled by the Maple Leafs here. Now it goes up, Jason Spezza. Spezza to the near side, McGinn takes it away. Now here comes Carolina over the line. Morgan Riley puts this one up the wall. And the Maple Leafs gain the zone. Here with it, Spezza. Into the middle, Clifford. Good look for Clifford, but a better save by James Reimer. In behind the Carolina goal. Set up Gauthier. Gauthier to Dermott. Dermott, Barry. Into the middle, Gauthier. Lost control of it as these Maple Leafs fans staying on their feet, staying loud. They know this might be the last game they see this season. Covered up here by Freddie Anderson. As if the Maple Leafs fail to win one in Raleigh, their season will come to an end. But what a series, what a playoff run it's been for the Maple Leafs. Of course, not over yet, but just these fans acknowledging it here in Toronto. And that will do it. Carolina wins game 5, 5-2 is the final. And the Hurricanes, with a 3-2 series advantage, Vinny Trocheck got the goal that made it 4-1, and really from there, Carolina didn't look back. The Maple Leafs looked like maybe they got a little bit of life there on a 4-2 goal, but a deflection from Andrei Svechnikov right after that made it 5-2 Canes, and they never looked back. This is what ends up your game winner. Justin Williams, the wily veteran. 5-2 the final. Canes lead the series 3-2 and can advance to the Stanley Cup final, become the Eastern Conference champions with a win on Monday night. That'll be game 6 from Raleigh, North Carolina. Not a great night for the Leafs. They surrender 51 shots on goal. James Reimer, he's your first star, 31 stops on the night, surrendering 2 goals. Pretty good night for him. Andrei Svechnikov, a couple of goals. He is the second star for Carolina, and Kasperi Kapanen, a goal. He is your third star and the lone star from the Toronto Maple Leafs. As you look at the numbers tonight, and the hits are pretty even. Time on attack, big time favors the Carolina Hurricanes. That might have something to do with the power play. 5 power plays to 1. But, I mean, there was maybe the one Marner penalty for interference I don't like. Excuse me, but other than that, they're all penalties. It was just bad puck management. Maple Leafs are only a little better than 3 out of 4 in passing percentage. And that leads to penalties. And not moving your feet, it leads to penalties. And so it's not a good night for the Maple Leafs, who in fact don't surrender any power play goals on the 5 attempts for Carolina. And in fact get a shorthanded goal themselves, but still getting outshot 51-33 by nearly 20. Never a recipe for success. Wasn't a night. 5-2 the final for the Hurricanes. But that'll do it for the broadcast today. We'll see you tomorrow, 1 o'clock from Nashville, Tennessee. The Flames trying to end the series. The Nashville Predators trying to send it back to Calgary for a decisive Game 7. And that will be at 1 o'clock. Thanks for tuning in. See ya.